International secret supervision is with the outer one-dimensional surface world as a reference to assisting unaware people with the real knowledge of self-sufficient and self-sustaining abilities in cause and effect creation. The is, real purpose is with the RealSide ALLLife that very few can see and recognize. The surface world is partly connected to worldwide government agencies and everything else with technology, and especially the all-natural environment supporting all of us that most of the so-called officials know nothing about. The ISSS was originally known as ISSS is All Secret Silent Seers and International Specialized SuperSeers and Intergalactic Space Surveillance Seers and intuitive, probably Sun Seeing Special is, among references throughout human history. Eventually, from the outer surface world only, the older versions have been taken over by unaware deceptors and the names changed. The so-called history that all of us have been taught and indoctrinated with is mainly a fabrication of deception from the certain few who arrogantly rule this planet Earth. The world today has become a human farming, Wi-Fi radiation, cocoon consciousness that very few people can actually see through or aware of. Even the best psychics and masters and gurus cannot see through the fabrication of this creation bubble, as they themselves and their followers are more interested in an emotional la-la land place in some other heaven dimension in creation that only entails more reincarnation and ongoing karmic debts. The real has been a very unseen true reality kept from the unaware public. Throughout the real history of the planet Earth and many other round worlds in this physical realm has been the real presence of REBISAR and the real universal guides. Every time the real guides create something for the overall benefit of struggling and suffering unaware souls, there soon becomes a takeover from the dark forces who are dominant destroyers as they create human farming planets, such as this one. An old example is the Illuminati, which has started by the ISSS, to warn people about the newly formed government in North America known as the New Land from the old monarchy in Europe, as they had a hidden agenda to eventually invent a one-world government. Very quickly, the rats moved in and gradually took over and then labeled the Illuminati as to what is known today. The certain few world controllers, DC Corporation, Vatican, and the monarchy, who are puppets for the reptilian alien tapliner, rats, shapeshifters, have become wizards at marketing ploy to keep the unaware masses dumbed down and chasing created things into more unaware lifetimes. The real guides select a few unaware people at a time to see if they want to wake up from the passing dream of creation and do something real for unaware people. At some point, as some people are willing, it usually comes to be that unaware people will only go so far and then they will quit the real guidance and even betray the real benefit that has been created for them. This is where the real benefit becomes infiltrated and taken over by one-dimensional puppets and mercenaries of the dark rats and the Kalam religious lord god, Grog, ruler of the sacrificial religious subliminal consciousness in creation. The unaware masses have been fooled by the dazzling magic of robotized technology and old rituals from the takeovers of ancient teachings and other alien influences. The history that all of us have been taught and indoctrinated with has been purposely literalized, which is alien language, and maneuvered and changed to coincide with the invented business world to keep everyone one-dimensional servants and slaves for ongoing lifetimes and chasing phenomenon. There have been many teachings as examples over the span of eons for unaware souls coming to this planet to help the struggling and suffering to wake up. And to date, they are mainly tap-lined. In 1965, Paul Twitchell was given from REBISAR what he termed as the rod of power, and then started what he decided to be a real benefit for unaware people as Ekankar, ancient science of soul travel. Since Paul left his body here, the corporation Ekankar, EK, Evil Karma, has been taken over by reptilian Joni, wife of subdued and tap-lined Harry Harold Klemp. Paul was here to introduce REBISAR and the real universal guides, and he did so as masters to start a babysitting spiritual teaching. Most souls who are unaware until new have not paid attention or listened to their intuitive nature that leads to the real awareness, and they have negated the real guidance. And so, the suffering here continues. Real awareness leads to the real universes of endless freeness that is far more than any so-called freedom here. Each person makes their choice as to what they will decide and do. The IS has been connected to all of the government agencies in one way or another, as to let unaware people know that they do not have to look to or obey abusive authorities. The is separate from any secret service, authorities, and control the masses. Very few who are asked to wake up make it all the way into recognizing the true reality all life is. Most unaware people still think in the literal terms of good and bad, right and wrong, religious and spiritual, gods and saviors, and whatever else is popular and routinely developed by people who want to keep getting old and eventually forgetting they were even here. Looking to any authority is a fallacy created by deceptors. All life is free with itself, and there are never any authorities. The real you is free now. There will be more to share. Sing New You and watch your dream visions for REBISAR and the real universal guides. Thank you, Duane.